Regional trade agreements are reciprocal agreements between two or more countries, with the main goal of liberalizing trade and investment flows among them. One of the key features is the elimination or substantial reduction of tariffs. Now, why are these agreements so important? Well, companies in Latin America and the Caribbean often operate in relatively small economies and need to export to other markets. Until around 2 decades ago, trade barriers were quite high, and there was a general tendency towards protectionism. This prevented consumers from having access to products and services at low costs. Today, markets are quickly becoming more open, benefiting exporters that can sell their products outside their own country, as well as consumers and companies that now have better opportunities to import goods at globally competitive prices. Countries started concluding trade agreements in the late 1950s with the establishment of the European Community. For the next 30 years, they progressively grew in number. Until in 1994, when the signing of the North American Free Trade Agreement launched a proliferation that continues to this day. There are several stages of economic integration, each with a higher degree of complexity, starting with free trade among members, to customs union, common market, economic union, monetary union, and lastly, political union. But why are countries interested in taking part in these agreements? Actually, aside from the most obvious benefits of accessing markets, such as more exports and investment, regional trade agreements have non-traditional benefits for their members, such as credibility. That is, they create a legal framework that limits governments from pursuing arbitrary policies. Another benefit is the learning that comes with negotiating. RTAs serve as training platforms in which countries negotiate and implement multilateral trade rules. Also, trade agreements can scale up the bargaining power of those who sign them. When many countries are involved, it is often more effective to reach joint agreements than individual ones. In short, regional trade agreements can be quite complex, but they are also beneficial when governments know how to manage them and companies know how to use them.